Hello everybody, I'm Lucas of Lucasgvariety, here to do a little prologue video for issue number 2 of TMNT Series 46 called Lab Rats. There's a part 1 and a part 2. Well, you're probably wondering why I'm picture-in-picture and this video is not going. Well, apparently I muted my own audio for the part 1 of this two-parter. Once we realized it, we cut feed and then I re-edited, and part 2 is just fine. So what I'm here to do, since I can't remember the exact lines of what I said, I'm going to do my best to condense that first half hour of that issue right here in this short video. So please enjoy. Here we go. To recap the first video, basically they were going on their midnight run, late night run to this pizza parlor. They were eating pizza on the rooftop. They saw this this armored van going down the street, and these purple pajama wearing, what turns out to be ninja, Foot Clan ninja, trailing this thing. They take off after. They fight the ninja. The ninja attack the van. They beat the ninja up, send him packing, and then they sneak in there and they find the van is loaded with a prototype, later known as a Mouser, coming from WRT Labs, which I believe is World Revolution Technology, or World Revelation Tech. I think it's World Revolution Technology. Either way, WRT Labs. And so they get that. They get Donatello. You know, when the guards in the van are like, "Well, what just happened?" And they come out, and the foot soldiers have been beat up. They're actually robotic, and they've been exploded. These guys are like, "What attacked us?" And the turtles slip off in the night, but not before they sneak in the back and grab one of these prototypes and takes it with them, take it back to Splinter. That was the first issue. So then the next episode, next issue, since we're looking at it as a comic book style, they go back to report their night's findings to Splinter. Splinter says nothing except that he must meditate further on the matter. You know this to mean that he's quite upset, or a lot is suddenly on his mind. He disappears for hours before returning. So this is kind of my little intro that I gave from Splinter at the beginning of this issue. And then after that, Thaddeus Ex Machina as Leonardo did the opening monologue basically after that. And then I'll recap the issue after that, and that'll be it. So when Splinter returns, he gathers the brothers together, and he's like, and he says, "My sons, the past returns, and careful vigilance has afforded us to be here when it rears its ugly head." He refers to the mask of one of the ninjas you brought back, pointing to the red foot printed on the forehead. "This is the symbol of an old sect of ninja known as the Foot Clan. I thought them long defeated, but alas, they have again arisen. WRT Labs is the creator of this mousetrap, you say, Donatello? On the surface, its intended purpose, no doubt, would be to catch and kill the rodentia of Detroit's less than savory streets. But if it were to fall into the Foot's hands, it could be reverse engineered and used for more nefarious purposes. That I have no doubt. My sons, I know you stale of the same pizza run each night. But in doing so, you've given us, and the great citizens of our city, a chance at weathering a storm it ought never have to. So now, I have an assignment. Stake out WRT Labs, and find out more about this invention, and why it is being shipped across the city late in the evening, and where its intended destination was meant to be. And, more importantly, watch out for the Foot. If they have failed to grab the prize en route, they will most definitely fall back to retrieving it from its main source, the WRT Labs. Now, make haste, my ninja, and honor Clan Yoshi with your success." So he said. And then Leonardo's little monologue here. 1 second.
Master Splinter is right. We have become complacent. Since the war's end, we have been lazy chumps. We have been like ramen, forgotten on the stove over... No. We have been as swords rusting in their saya, and this Foot Clan will be the tool we sharpen ourselves on. Yeah, much cooler. Okay. WRT Labs has been in the news a lot recently, celebrating many successful scientific advancements, and maybe that is what drew the attention of the Foot Clan. There's been no trace of the foot since the attack. They vanished like pizza near Mikey, like warm breath on a winter day. Our best hope for finding the Foot Clan is to catch them while they try to take the Mousers. Tonight, we are on the hunt. After Master Splinter told us of the clan, we talked to our friend Casey Jones Shijin about WRT Labs. He's agreed to join us as we infiltrate their headquarters, a massive tower in the heart of downtown. Tonight, my brothers and I are one with the shadows, flowing like the water across the rooftops, being one with the moonlight and being one with the wind, too. Yes, that's what I got.
And I think that does it right there. I think that kind of says it all. Good monologue. So part 1 will still follow. There's a half hour of just them speaking, and I will have a timestamp of every major thing that happens if you want us to go ahead and torture yourself through that. If you don't, you can go right ahead to part 2 of Lab Rats and just kind of skip on with the good stuff after that. So basically, I'll summarize what happens in that first half hour, and this video will be over. So basically, the Turtles learn that WRT Labs has made the Mousers, and that the head scientist there is one Baxter Stockman. If they find him, they find answers. They find out why he was making those, if there's more nefarious reasons, and where he was shipping it in the middle of the night in an armored car. So they must kidnap him, interrogate him, or silence him permanently, or both. So they're going to call Casey and get a helicopter ride to parachute down on top of the WRT Labs building in the very early morning of Detroit. They will land easily, but as they're parachuting down, Mikey spots foot soldiers in the distance as they're coming down, like other buildings surrounding. And the foot soldiers see them, they start hopping down the building, they're going to be making their way. It's going to be a race. Once they touch down, Downey quickly unlocks the door leading down into the building, and they go inside. They move through the ductworks until they find the main lab and the Mousers and Baxter Stockman. And I think that's about it. There is a part where they're looking down through the grates, and Raph slams the grate open. It comes down and it takes out a scientist. Doesn't kill him, but pins him down, and they breach in, and that's where the action will start. So that's where you're going to pick up when you watch this next part. So thank you for being a good sport. I appreciate it. Until then, good night, God bless, and good gaming. And enjoy part 1 if you want, or just skip to part 2. Otherwise, the rest of the series, no problem. All right, talk to you later. Thanks. And awesome transition out. Ninja vanish.